Hi everyone, Ed Rummick here. It's part 2 of 5 on bullying, and today we'll be talking about physical bullying. I have a special guest with me today, Rob DeAngelis.
Hello everybody.
So just real quick while we give everyone a few minutes to get on the call. If you don't know Rob, he's a 7th degree black belt. He's been training for a long time. He's the AJKA's International Director of Instructor Training and Development. So he's kind of like quality control for our international organization. The organization has branches throughout North America, Europe, New Zealand, Australia, and Japan, as well as India. So he did a couple of really cool things over the past year. So I know last September he actually had the opportunity at the Berlin Ippon Cup to coach the U.S. karate team in Berlin, Germany. So that must have been a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, it was very exciting. We took a 10-person team to Berlin. 2 of the teammates were personally my own students. The male team took gold, so in Kumite. So I was very, very pleased and proud of everybody. It was a first time to Berlin too, so it was a great trip.
Yeah, it's very cool. I know also earlier this year, back in January, you did a 10-day tour in India, teaching seminars, performing examinations, and helping with some tournaments. That must have been a pretty cool experience as well.
Yeah, yes it was. It was my first time in India. We went to 3 different cities, Mumbai, New Delhi, and Udaipur. In each city we did tournaments, we did, like you said, tournaments, seminars, and we also did a female self-defense course in Udaipur. So it was a great trip.
That's very cool. And I know while you were there, you did keep a journal and took a lot of pictures, so it's actually something we are working on now. In the near future, we'll have a video we'll go all about that, where Rob can tell you a little bit about his trip in India, and then we'll actually have a write-up in his journal that he'll be able to share with you guys. You can go through, see the pictures and the different things that he experienced while he was in India. Okay, now the reason that we're doing this video today is to talk a little bit about bullying and physical bullying. Is that something that you had to deal with at all when you were a child?
Yes, Ed, it was. When I was 9th grade, I went through a period. I was very small as a child, thin and small, so I didn't really take off from my growth spurt until I was in my junior or my high school years. But I got verbally bullied. I also got physically bullied, going on the bus to school and also coming back from school. A lot of name calling, a lot of slaps to the head, a lot of pushing into lockers. It was a rough, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade year. My mom actually wrote a note saying that to the principal, saying if anybody touches my child, that he's allowed to protect himself physically. And with that note, even though I did get detention and so forth, I did start hitting back, and that actually stopped people from bullying.
Okay, so that's got to be a pretty extreme case where it was physical bullying and you had to get physical back to help stop the people. Once that happened, did it stop?
It did actually. There was one kid in our 9th grade class that he seemed like 6'2" at the time. He was probably 6 foot, and I was 5'8". I did a jump front kick in the middle of gym class to his face, and I knocked him out. And he was the biggest kid in school. So after I did that jump front kick, nobody picked on me after that again. It was funny because even the gym teacher walked up to me, told the one kid to go to the principal's office, and he sat me down next to him and said, how did you do that? Like, where did that come from? I told him, I was like, you know what? I've been taking karate, I've been getting stronger, I've been getting more confident, and finally I had to do something.
Okay, so that was a big part of it too. You gained confidence, you got stronger, and you're able to stand up for yourself. And then after that, nobody was picking on you anymore, not just because you're able to defend yourself and they saw it, probably because you walked around a little different, felt more confident.
Oh yeah, I was definitely much straighter posture, much taller in my heels, so I felt pretty good about myself, and that was the end of all my bullying at that point.
Okay, that's a great thing. And that's one thing for parents. If you don't want your children to be bullied or be a victim of that, find some type of activity that will help them develop that confidence. So martial arts does it, obviously. There are other things you can do, but martial arts and specifically are really something to help develop that skill, and will also develop self-defense skills should they ever need those. One other thing is we kind of often see now, especially with cell phones and things like that, when something's happening or somebody else is being picked on or there's a fight, it seems like everyone stands around, nobody helps, nobody does anything, and they record it in video or just stand there and watch. One thing that I would like to share is, teach your children to go up and help that person out. It can be simply running interference. They don't need to step up and confront the bully or fight with the bully, but simply walking over and say, hey Johnny, come over here with me, let's go. Stepping in between and helping that child walk away or get away from that situation because maybe he just doesn't know how to do it by himself, that can go a long way.
Definitely.
So,
Yeah.
all right, so that's it for today. We'll do part 3 sometime next week. It'll either be Monday or Wednesday. I know normally I've been doing videos on Tuesday morning. Rob and I will actually be in New York at a conference on Tuesday, so really excited about that. But I will get 2 videos up for you next week, one on social bullying and one on verbal bullying. All right, thanks a lot, guys.
So long.